Hello and welcome to the draw for the 2020 Crap European Championships. Currently with coronavirus, this is one of the only exciting things happening in the world at the moment. I'm James Cartwright, joined by esteemed colleague and long-term colleague in the Crap Committee to draw for the 2020 Moldovan Championship. So we've got our group, Group A, Moldova already placed there. So then we will place the rest of the Pot 1 teams at the rest of the groups. Pot 2, Pot 3, Pot 4. Okay, the pots are as follows for the tournament. So Pot 1, rest of the pot is Montenegro, Cyprus and Luxembourg. Pot 2, Armenia, Estonia, Faroe Islands and Azerbaijan. Pot 3, Kazakhstan, Lithuania, Andorra and Latvia. And Pot 4, Liechtenstein, Malta, Gibraltar and San Marino. So, Sam, would you like to do the honours and draw the first team to go into Group B out of Pot 1?
Yes, I certainly will do. And the first team that is drawn into Group B is Montenegro.
There's confirmation, Montenegro in Group B there. And the next team out of Pot 1.
And our second team drawn into the 2020 Crap
Group
Euros
into
is
Group C.
Cyprus.
Cyprus. They're in Group C there. Exciting stuff. And finally, into Group D, we should know the team it's going to be.
Well, we know it's going to be, I believe, Luxembourg.
Luxembourg.
But just to confirm that there, Luxembourg it is into Group D.
So there you go, there's the confirmation of all the Pot 1 teams are out and they're into their respective groups. So we'll carry on with Pot 2. So the first team in Pot 2, who will be playing the hosts?
And the first team playing against Moldova, or at least playing in the group with Moldova this time, is Estonia.
Estonia. Ooh, that's a tasty tie, that. Estonia.
Estonia have had a decent recent history in football, actually.
Estonia there.
Getting to an actual European playoff, I believe, James.
Yes, they've done reasonably well. Of course, have former Liverpool defender Ragnar Klavan in their ranks. So there's one of the players that our viewers may be familiar with. Continuing on, Montenegro's opponents in their Group B.
To play Montenegro in Group B, we have former Crap World Cup winners, I believe, Azerbaijan.
Azerbaijan, who of course beat Moldova in the Crap World Cup final of 2012. There we go. There's Group B. Right, Group C to join Cyprus.
And continuing with Group C, we have the Faroe Islands. The Faroe Islands, of course, I believe, played in the first ever unofficial Crap Euros final back in 2008.
Faroe Islands, FAR, I believe I've got that wrong, but it's okay for this tournament. Cyprus and the Faroe Islands, yes. And finally, Group D, last team.
And the final team in, the second team in Group D is, of course, Armenia, which we knew, but we had to have the confirmation there.
Mkhitaryan's side, of course, we will know that. And probably one of the favourites to win the tournament, aren't they?
Well, with a player like Henrik Mkhitaryan, you'd assume they would do quite well.
Okay, so I will assume drawing out the pots from this side, because they're closest to me.
And I will simply write them down
and you can write
on
them
this
down.
board.
Okay. So, joining Moldova and Estonia in Group A is Latvia.
And you've got straight away there a tie, a bit of a derby, haven't you?
Latvia there.
Two of the Baltic nations drawn together, two hosts of the World Cup.
Well, I would say that's looking a bit like a group of death, that so far. Group A, very difficult. We'll see. The next team out of Pot 3, joining Montenegro and Azerbaijan, is Lithuania.
And the other Baltic nation there.
Two really tough groups there. Group A and Group B. And Group C, joining Cyprus and the Faroe Islands, is Kazakhstan, famed for their crap appearances, never seeming to get the job done in the end.
And you'd hope that Kazakhstan in that group there looking like they might be able to qualify from that group thus far. It's got actual good results against Scotland in the actual Euro qualification.
Amid Scotland in the Euro qualification 3-0, of course. And the final team that are going into Group D are Andorra. So there you go, there's a confirmation of the teams going in from Group A, Group B to Group C, D.
And there you have the groups thus far. I think James is correct when he talked about Group A being the group of death. Looks quite scary, that one.
It does. And we will complete the groups now.
So the final team being drawn into Group A, James.
A bit of a rummage around. And the final team is Malta. Possibly you would see them as being the whipping boys of that group, but
we've seen Malta have some decent performances before, though, and maybe this could be one of the times.
Quite possibly.
And the final team in Group B.
Final team in Group B is Gibraltar.
And Gibraltar, this will be their first, I believe, James, this will be their first licensed tournament.
It will be, yes. Big times for Gibraltar and the tiny little rock. Exciting to them.
Very similar nations, I believe. They're Malta and Gibraltar. Just
small,
very similar
Mediterranean nations. And finally in Group C,
so joining Cyprus, the Faroe Islands, and Kazakhstan.
Liechtenstein.
And obviously managed currently by Mario Frick, the former crap World Cup legend, taking the helm for his first tournament. He'll be hoping to get into the latter stages out of that group, I would hope. But it might be difficult.
It's going to be difficult for any of these top 4 teams. And finally, the final team going into Group D is San Marino, who of course are not great.
And it is San Marino who are the final team in there. I would say they're not great, but they have had a proud history in the tournament. But there are your groups. So Group A consists of the hosts Moldova, Estonia, Latvia, and Malta. Group B consists of Montenegro, Azerbaijan, Lithuania, and Gibraltar. Group C consists of Cyprus, the Faroe Islands, Kazakhstan, and Liechtenstein. And finally in Group D, Luxembourg, Armenia, Andorra, and San Marino. So there you have your groups for the 2020 crap Euros. What do you think of those groups, James?
I think Group A and Group B are very, very strong. I mean, I can't really pick a winner out of Group A. Got to fancy the hosts possibly, and you've got Estonia there as well, and Latvia. Going to be an interesting Baltic battle between them two sides who are going to be involved in hosting the 2022 Crap World Cup.
Yeah, I think you've got to look at that the Baltic sides, including Lithuania in Group B, and think, well, they've got to give a good account of themselves here, because they're going to be hosting a tournament in the not too distant future. So you'd hope that they can actually put a run together and at least start building. Perhaps this could be the building blocks we've seen many nations use a Euros or a continental competition as a build-up to it when they host a World Cup, for example. So very interesting to see. And of course, no coronavirus in Moldova at the moment.
No,
that's affecting
we will plough on and carry on and try and bring a bit of joy in these hard times. But any final thoughts on the groups?
Just excited to be back at a tournament. Can't wait to get over there to Moldova and get these games underway. It will be absolutely fantastic. And I suggest that you tune in on the official Crap World Cup YouTube channel throughout the tournament, where all these games will be broadcast live.
Well, thank you for joining us for the Crap Euro 2020 draw, and we will see you when the tournament begins.
Done that, innit? Nailed it.